I gotta go check something right quick. My my camera's alerted me something was going on, so we're gonna ride together. I got security cameras everywhere, and they're cellular, and we're gonna go see what in the world's going on. We're gonna ride together. We're gonna ride together. This is going on, and they're the only ones that can get through. You know, so it is what it is. So let's see if we can get some more people to get back on here. All right, so let me tell you what happened. So my security system went off. Not to get too much into it. My security system went off. Cameras. I have cellular cameras. They went off, and so it killed the feed. And I went to look at it, and there was a vehicle pulled off the side of the road up here on the property. So I hopped in the truck, went up there to see what was going on. It was a white van, two guys. I just pulled up and said, "Hey man, y'all doing all right?" I said, "Yeah, we just sitting here just eating." I said, "Y'all eating y'all's lunch?" And they said, "Yeah." And I said, "Okay, cool." And he's like, that guy looked at me and he said, "Are we good?" And I said, "Oh yeah, you're fine." And I said, "Well, it looked like y'all was eating anyway, so I just had to come up here and ride and check." And he looked at me and looked at the guy and he said, "Looked like we was eating." I said, "Yeah." He said, "How you figure?" And I said, "Well, security system." He's like, "Do what?" I said, "I got you on camera." And he said, "Sitting right here?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Where you live at?" I said, "Right down there on the left." I said, "I live about 1/8 of a mile down there on the left." And he said, "You got us on camera?" And I said, "Yeah." I showed him. And I said, "Yeah." And he said, "Do you want us to leave?" I said, "No, man. Y'all eating y'all's lunch. I was just making sure everything was good." He's like, "Daggone, dude." So, but yeah, you never know. All right, so boys and girls, I was writing this down. So I got some thoughts for you. So we're gonna talk about the Impala, and then we're gonna eat something. Let me show you. Let me show you. See, y'all don't know nothing about this. All right. So I got some stuff on my brain, and I'm gonna let it out, and maybe this will help somebody. We're gonna put this up right here so everybody can see it on the junk table, and we're gonna talk about it. All right, so here we go. First, I'm gonna tell you, okay? It's gonna be a nice day. 87 SS boy, what's up, my man? I hope that you are outside doing something. I just had somebody call me from Portsmouth, Virginia today. Talked to them for a little bit. What's up, What's up, Bruce? What's up, Ray? What's up, Guinea World? Lala, I don't even, 1+1, I don't even know what that means. So let me put it to you like this. There is 4 ways you turn others into a problem. You want me to tell you? There is 4 ways. There's 4 ways. I'm working on my daughter's car today. What are you doing on your daughter's car? I'm probably about to make some money. Somebody probably Ain't gonna like this. Daggone, I just poured that stuff out like nobody's business. See, when you grow up dork, oh, you're doing maintenance. Preventive maintenance. I hear you, big dog. I gotta do that too. All right, so yeah, See, finer things of life. All right, so oh yeah, look, dude, I'm simple. Give me a pack of crackers, some hot sauce, and some daggone smoked mackerel. We eating like Flynn. Okay, all right, so yeah, you'll want to hear this, 87. You'll want to come back and hear this, big dog. All right, so look, 4 ways you turn others into a problem. 4 ways. 4 ways. Number 1, I wrote this down this morning for you guys. Number 1, you allow to stress you out. Okay? You allow to stress you out. And what does that mean? You allow other people to stress you out. They mess with your ore so bad, they stress you out, and that turns into a problem. That turns you. I'm getting put on the big screen. Boy, I feel special this morning. Man, I feel special. Johnny Law, baby, Johnny Law. I feel special. Number 2, you're so concerned about what everybody thinks about you. It is a massive obstacle in your way of life of growth and motivation. You consider what other people could, are going to think before you act. What does that mean? That means that you are worried about what everybody else thinks before you do what you're going to do. So that is a massive, massive objective obstacle in your way of your path for your life to grow, for your life, growth and motivation to do what you want to do, because you are considering what somebody else is going to think before you do what you want to do. That's what that means. Number 3, you navigate your life based on others, people's emotional immaturity reaction, and others, people, and yourself to dominate how you move through your day. Again, that goes back to number 2. You navigate everything that you're going to do today based on what other people's emotions are going to react on how you are trying to carry yourself through the day. So therefore, you let what they think dominate you and suppress you down before you try to make a move through your day. Okay? Number 4, you are in a habit that's chronically looking over your shoulder, complying yourself, and your life is complying yourself, and you think your life is unfair and other people are against you or competing against you. That is completely untrue. 100%. It's completely untrue. It's 100%. So what that means is, and I'm guilty of it too, you have a habit that you are chronically looking over your shoulder, worrying about what other people are saying, and you think life is unfair, and you think people are against you and they're competing against you. That's completely untrue. You know what I call it? Y'all know what I call this theory? This theory is called let it go. Let it go. Let it go theory. Let it go. Let it go and remove every bit of that from your life. And that is a daily struggle every day, including for myself. Right? So what happens when you let it go theory? Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. This is what happens. When you let it go and you remove all of those four things from your life, you don't let people no longer stress you out. You let all the negativity go. Let them go. You will have more energy, self-worth, less anxiety, operate more freely and more efficient, live your life the best you can, positive energy, because they don't matter. They don't matter. They don't matter. They don't matter. And I'm guilty of it too. I'm guilty of it too. I am guilty of it too. I'm guilty of it. And we can all do better. Lime, cucumber, Gatorade, electrolytes. So, that's what we got going on. Now we're going to talk about this Impala. And brother body technician. What is that? What is that? I don't know what that is. All right, so what we got there? We have some tailpipes that come off of that. That's what we have right there. Now, you can see clearly right there where the 87 SS boy just texted me. So, dude, I ain't gonna know how I'm gonna react to that right there, big dog. So, right there is where the stock drum brakes were hitting, and then put on disc brakes, and it needed to be removed anyway, but it was really bad, so I cut that off, and I just cut it there. Same thing on the passenger side. It was doing the exact same thing. See there? It was hitting on the stock drums. So the car was never laying out like it's supposed to. Okay? So just hold on a second before we get to the dessert. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. Boy, I'd like to have some meat and potatoes. All right, so I popped off the master cylinder, and you can clearly see that it's leaking fluid into the booster. And it's clearly leaking. So for a second there, I thought maybe that it was leaking out. I don't know. Maybe it was leaking out the back side of the reservoir, running down here, and then it was looking like it was actually coming from here, out of that right there, but I don't know. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this up really, really, really good, and I'm going to put it back in there. I'm going to make sure the car is level, right? I'm going to make sure she ain't cattywampus or nothing. I'm going to make sure the car is level, and then I'm going to check it, and I'm going to try to bleed the brakes, because I don't know because the air ride had it jacked up, that the fluid was leaking out the back, running down there, whatever. I don't know. I don't know. Got a lot of moving parts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to address this. I'm going to clean this up. I'm going to get every bit of that out. I'm going to spray some brake clean in there. I'm going to get all the fluid out, get all the fluid there. And I am going to put this back on there. And then I'm going to make sure the car is level. And then I'm going to make sure the lid is completely sealed. and then I'm gonna check from there. But I'm going to put the camera up. I'm gonna put the camera up, and we're gonna see if we can put this thing on the ground. We're gonna see if it does better today than it did yesterday, right? Y'all see, y'all look. Y'all see my hand-me-downs? Look here, let me tell you something. I don't care what, I go to the store, and this is the way I go. Dirty, breeches tore, just shoes with holes in them. Look here. Shoes with holes in them, just whatever. And this is the way I go to the store. And my wife tells me that you make people look like you a hobo. Make you look like you a hobo. Let me see what's going on. Look like you go a hobo. So I don't care. These shoes right here, are my oldest son's shoes, right? So when they start tearing, like he wears them out, I take his shoes. He wears the same shoe I wear, or he wears mine, or whatever. I don't know. I take his old hand-me-downs. I take his shoes, and then I buy my boys I buy them new shoes. I wear his shoes. I don't go out and buy a new pair of tennis shoes. I don't go do it. Because tennis shoes in the shop, they get the hell beat out of them. That's for sure. Now, I do have a pair of boots. I did break down and buy a pair of Brunt boots, and they actually do pretty good. So we are going to set the camera up right here, and we are going to dump the air ride to see if the car goes down any lower. And then we're gonna redo the, I'm not gonna bleed the brakes live because everybody knows how to bleed brakes. Well, I hope you do. I believe that's out. I don't think I got nothing hanging up. Ooh. Oh yeah, they 1/8 lines, man. They're 1/8. So let's see. All right, so let's look and see. Now y'all remember yesterday we had a problem. So I just cut the exhaust off right there. What? Ain't nobody got no daggone food for you? So it was hitting right there. So it's pretty much on the ground. Now there is a problem. There is a problem up here, what I was telling you. The long tube headers, it's got too big of exhaust on it. See right here, see? It's sitting on the exhaust right there. See, that's the long tube headers. It's sitting on the headers right there. So that's why I said it needs some block huggers on it. But if you're gonna change the headers, are we changing the engine? So you gotta cross that bridge, all right? So that's that. So let's put the hood down. I know you ain't in my. You better get your tail on somewhere. He's like, I smell fish. Go on now. Hold on, I'll give it to you. Hold on a second. Here. You can have that. You ain't getting the meat. You can forget that. You can go get you a damn rat. All right. So let's get down here low. Get that money shot. So that's a whole lot better. That's a whole lot better. Now, I don't know what's holding it up in the back, other than going all the way down, putting a bumper on the ground. I don't know, and that ain't what my objective is, but man, I'd like to have this car. Now, if I had this car, it would definitely get an LS swap. LS swap, 6L80 if I could get it in there. Hell, if we could get an 8-speed in there, stick an 8-speed in it. Change the compressors, the pumps, the compressors. Now, I'd love to put hydraulics on it. I'd like to build another hydraulic vehicle. I ain't had one in a long, long time. I'd like to put some hydros on it. Now, it'd be a lot more work, but it'd be more old school. But air ride's cool. Air ride's cool. So, but yeah, like I said, the compressors need to be upgraded. The dumps need to be upgraded. The lines need to be upgraded because it is way too slow. It needs a whole new exhaust on it if you're keeping a small block platform. But if you're not keeping a small block platform and going with the LS, you got to change everything anyway. So that's where we're at right now. Like I said, I'm going to make sure the car's level. I'm going to put the brake booster back on. And then, so basically what I'll do is I'll pick the car back up. I'll put the car on jack stands. And I'll get the car level. And then I will bleed the brakes. Or I will go back and check the brakes and re-bleed everything. Make sure it didn't get, just double check everything to see where we're at, and then we'll go from there. And hopefully I'm optimistic. Hopefully that the fluid, the cap wasn't completely sealed on the reservoir and it was leaking on the backside, making it look like it was leaking. But I probably won't get a win like that today. It's probably a bad master cylinder, and I'll have to go get another one. But nevertheless, it is what it is. If it was easy, everybody would do it. And if a frog had wings, he wouldn't bump his ass when he hopped. So with that being said, that's that. That's that. So, what's everybody else got going on today? I know 87 is working on his daughter's car. And y'all remember motivation for today? Man, it is nice. 87, I appreciate that. Lookout for that G-body. Man, that thing sold like gas, man. That thing was gone. I got that guy on the phone. Said, gone. That thing didn't last long. That thing was clean, boy. That thing was clean. Man, it's pretty today. It is pretty. It's supposed to be 70 degrees today. The way you took a bite of that, I thought you were going to smoke it. What? What are you talking about? Scoot, what are you talking about? Anybody want me to go over this guy here? It's all good. Yeah, Yeah, that's all good, Scoot. No worries, buddy. All right, so let's go back over this for the ones that just got here, and then we'll ask some questions and see what somebody's got, and then we'll see where we end up at. So 4 ways you turn others into a problem. 4 ways. 1, you allow them to stress you out. Don't let people stress you out. 2, you're so concerned about what everybody else thinks about you. It is a massive obstacle in your way of life, of growth and motivation. You consider what other people will, could, or are going to think about you before you act. 3, you navigate your life based on other people's emotion, immaturity, reaction, and other people and yourself to dominate you, how you move through your day. You let other people dictate what you're going to do because you're worried how their emotion is going to react to how you do your day. 4, your habit chronically looking over your shoulder, complaining to yourself that your life is unfair and other people are against you and or competing against you. I'm guilty of that too. And it's just not true. 2, or the last thing is, I call it the let it go theory. Let it go to remove all that. Don't let people no longer stress you out. Let the negativity go. Let them go. You will have more. If you let them go, you will have more energy, more self-worth, less anxiety, live your life the best you can, positive energy, and operate more efficiently and effectively because they don't matter. What's up, 243? So, that's that. So, yeah. So, got the exhaust removed on the 63. So, she's laying down in the back like it's supposed to. So now I'm going to, hopefully, that master cylinder's not bad. I'm hoping that it's just leaking because the car was cattywampus. I screamed. Hey, I'll send that to you. I'll send it to you. And like I said, the air ride, I'll show you the air ride. Yeah, see the air ride is 1/8-inch lines. Got these old Air Max 480 compressors. It needs some new Vi-Airs. It needs, that tank's probably never been drained. If you look right there, you got 1/8-inch line. It just needs to be cleaned up a little bit. And it's just dated. You know what I'm saying? It's just dated. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just dated. But that's not really my concern right now. My concern is, let's get the brakes, because you got to stop before you go, because it is dangerous. And I tell you something else is dangerous. This shifter. Y'all look here. I think this seat, I don't know if this seat is slid all the way back. Oh yeah. This seat is slid all the way back. Look, let me show y'all something. Look here. This seat is slid all the way back. And this is, it's literally all the way back. Now, for me, I got plenty of room, right? I got plenty of room. Oh yeah, there's no gas pedal, it's just a rod. So, there's plenty of room here, right? But here, for me, but you think about it, if I was 6'6", I think that's what this guy is, everything else is larger, right? Think about putting Shaq in this son of a gun. He'd have to sit in the trunk, you know what I mean? So, you got to think of it like that. So, I'm going to take the seat up. Well, first, get the brakes. get the brakes fixed, see what's wrong with them things. Then I'm going to take the seat out. I'm going to inspect the bracket and see what we got going on there to see how, to extend the seat. So this is all the way back, right? So what I'm thinking about doing is taking the bracket out and then sliding the seat all the way forward. This is what I'm thinking. Oh, you're too tall. Yeah, look, it's right there. I mean, it's like literally like right there. So this is what I'm thinking. Take the seat out or adjust the seat all the way forward and then mark it. And then adjust the seat all the way back. Then figure how to modify the bracket to put the seat right here in the forward position, but have the same amount of room. Does that make sense? Then when I go to slide the seat back, I can get, let's see how much room we got when we slide it forward. Oh no, it's already in my rib cage. So I need to put it on the table, slide the seat forward, measure it, slide the seat back, and see how much throw we have left and right. Then I need to modify the bracket where the seat's all the way forward, but it's bolted that it thinks it's all the way back. Does that make sense? Then when you go to slide the seat back, the seat will slide back the distance between point A and point B of the throw of the slide. Let's say the slide's got 4 inches of travel left and right? And I slide the seat all the way forward. And then I modify the bracket, and then I put the seat where it thinks it's slid back, but it's not actually slid back. It's in the forward position. And then I slide the seat back. Then I would get 4 more inches slid back. And 4 inches don't sound like a lot, but ask your wife or your girlfriend. She might say different. A dollar bill is 6 inches long, boys and girls. From one end to the other end, a dollar bill is 6 inches long. Just to let y'all know, for reference. So if I could get the seat to be in the forward position, but it thinks it's in the back position, and then give me 4 inches, and give me 4 inches of travel backwards, that would get me away from the steering column 4 more inches. I'm 5'11", 5'11", 12 on a good day. So if we go 6 foot, he's 6'7". If I can get 4 more inches, then I don't know. We might be all right. I don't know. We might be all right. Now, yeah, a dollar bill. A dollar bill used to be 6 inches long. That's how the highway patrolman used to measure the tint around here. They would put the dollar bill up on the windshield at the top right there, and if the tint was lower than the dollar bill, then you got a ticket. All right, let me tell you something else that's dangerous. This daggone shifter. Look at this shifter. Look at it. It's facing that way. So when you crank this thing, you have to be with a foot on the brake because you don't know what gear the sun gun's in. So luckily, it's laid out on the ground and it can't go nowhere. But look at this shifter. Look at this thing. No, it's not a manual. It's an automatic. And it says that it has a 4-speed with overdrive. But he told me that it had a turbo 350 in it. It looks like it's got a 200 in it. I don't know. I know it's got a lot going on. And it's dangerous. So this is the next thing. So once I get the brakes fixed, then we're going to try to look and see what's going on here, but see if we can fix what's here or have to order a new shifter. But if we have to order a new shifter assembly, this is a LaCar shifter. It looks like a LaCar. If we have to order a new shifter, then are we going to order a new shifter because we're keeping this transmission? Because this right here would be first, second, drive, which would be third, and you got overdrive. So this should be like a 700R transmission shifter. So you got first, second, drive, and then overdrive. So it's not a turbo 350. Well, I'm not saying the transmission is. I don't know what it is. I'm going to have to look again to refresh my memory. But you got first, second, drive, and then you got overdrive. So this would be, you got first, second, third, and drive. So you got third gear and fourth gear, and then overdrive. So it'd be 3-speed with overdrive. Is that how that works? Because this is a four-speed. I don't know. I know it ain't right. I know that. Because look, this son of a gun is, it don't, I mean, that's so unsafe, it ain't even funny. But anyways, anywho's, that's that. Now, it cranks right up. It's not that, I mean, it's still got mufflers on it, just don't have tailpipes on it. Yeah, see, I'd have to fix this seat because I can't even get out of this thing. Woo. All right, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, it is a beautiful day. Just want to give you a little update on the Impala. I'm going to eat these kippers. I'm going to eat these kippers, and then we'll go from there. Y'all ever had any kippers? Right here. Kippers are smoked, boneless herring fillets. Woo! All right, boys and girls. It's 1 o'clock, been on here 40 minutes. Don't want to take up too much of your time. Don't want to drag this out. I appreciate every single one of you. I'll give y'all an update later this afternoon and some reels and some shorts. Hit that subscribe button. Let me know what you think. Remember I said, boys and girls, don't worry about the man up the road or down the road. Sweep off your own front porch before sweeping off anybody else. Put God first. Let loose and drag. Peace on chicken grease. I'm out.